everybody. It's Sabbath. Well, not really. It's Sunday. First day of the week. Sitting out here contemplating, looking around the neighborhood, the houses. People waking up. I'm the only atheist in my county. 18,000 people. If there's another one, I wish you'd get the fuck out of the closet and come and let me know something. You got part of them laying there with the guilt complex. They ain't going to go to church this morning, so they ain't going to do much of anything till noon. And then they'll replace their guilt with a few beers. Then you got those that really believe that God's impressed by the Sunday best. I always like how God's always focused on attire. You know, look at the way the Pope dresses up. You know, damn Sikhs and Muslim holding men, them damn Jews. I mean, what man come up with the idea in his head that curly long sideburns down here get you closer to God? If there's two universes of consciousness, they're here on earth. There's the rational consciousness and there's the faith consciousness. I'll stick with the rational consciousness. And they put on their Sunday best. They'll go tithe and they'll feel better. And that preacher read them the sugar-coated versions of the Bible. Unless they're them hardcore freak show loving motherfuckers gonna go listen to Jack Van Imp talk about the Antichrist that ain't in Revelation. There is no I'm the Antichrist. My cousin's the Antichrist. Everybody on God's screw's the Antichrist. Been an Antichrist ever since there's been a Christ. But they gonna go fall for that shit. Get all livid and rage at the black anarchists, or whatever the fuck they call it these days. They change your name for Obama. I'm going to tell y'all he's an atheist. He has to play it smooth. You never make it into the office in America if you don't drop God here and there. That is the one thing that the right wing calls Obama I will agree with. I do believe he's a closet atheist. You know, then you think on the evolutionary scale, why in the hell would a human want to attribute humanity to a God and not evolution? I mean, if you removed humanity from the planet, other than asteroid strikes, this place would be perfect. Perfect. Evolutionists say that in an average lifespan of 80 years, seeing one animal go extinct would be rare. Evolution works perfectly until self-awareness enters in, until the human consciousness enters in. Now they're working, and they're almost at the spot where they find that human consciousness created naturally, just like our eyes and everything else, about 4 billion years ago. And they'll find it. They'll find it. But until then, the God-bots are going to keep saying God did it. We're wiping out 100 species a day. Us created by God. We're at war. We starve our children to death. Humans have made this planet a mess with self-awareness, with selfishness, with greed, with lies. All of the other animals on Earth operate without that self-awareness of personal pursuit, and it works perfectly. So with our self-awareness and consciousness, we developed information, and we call it knowledge. Evolution has no knowledge in it. The natural world has no knowledge in it. Natural world's cause and effect. So we create knowledge And 80% of the knowledge that floats around just for everybody to grab is bullshit. You know, when I was this Sunday morning, and nearly every Sunday brings back this memory. The cult I was raised in was a sense of urgency. Because we were told 1975 was the end of one world and the beginning of another. I can still feel those feelings. Because I knew I was the sinner. There wasn't no damn way I could fake my way past God. That horror, that guilt is worth a book. Just that feeling of being 15 years old and knowing that if the Bible were true, no way I can pass that test. I didn't steal, you know. I mean, I was a good person. I got in all the normal trouble that a 15-year-old would get into. There's no way. When I looked around me and realized there's no way anybody else is getting into this shit either. And my parents were the most devout. And now they're worried to death that they haven't been good enough servants. And their last years are spent in dread. And I said this in a video a week or so ago, and there was Christians comment that that's a sign that they're a good Christian. That living your last moments in dread of did you please God is the Christian way. A God wants us to live in dread? Did we kiss his ass just right? Did we do that one thing? Because there isn't a suggestion in the Bible. There's 1,600 commands, all that must be followed. Anyway, Fox. Oh, it's an interesting read on how the beginning of Christianity between 300 and 400 CE turned the Sabbath into the first day of the week. It interfered with celebrations and commercialism and all kinds of shit to have the Sabbath on the Sabbath, which is Saturday. So they just said, fuck it, you know. Seventh day, first day. It's a detail. God ain't serious about this shit, because look, he said don't commit adultery, and then told Abraham to fuck the maid, so he lets us have a little wee leeway here. So they turned the Sabbath into the first day of the week. Good morning, rational people. I love you. We are the hope for the future. We got a hell of a job ahead of us. Got us a hell of a job. They got us outnumbered, but we got them outthought. Use your brains. Use your voice. Let's rock. Lucy out.